connecting to the real nerds is so easy. You can go to our website, realnerdspodcast.com. You can like us on Facebook. We have a Twitter account, @RealNerds. We also have Instagram. You can call us, 720-6nerds5. You want to email us? You can do that too, realnerds@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the show.
This is Zach Howard, and you're listening to the Real Nerds Podcast.
Adam West! Hey kids, Batman!
Dad, that's not the real Batman.
Of course I'm Batman. See, here's a picture of me with Robin.
Who the hell's Robin?
Oh, I guess you're only familiar with the new Batman movies. Michelle Pfeiffer. Ha. The only true Catwoman is Julie Newmar, Lee Merriweather, or Eartha Kitt. And I didn't need molded plastic to improve my physique. Pure West. And how come Batman doesn't dance anymore? Remember the bat to see?
Welcome to Real Nerds Podcast, unofficially the official podcast at Denver Comic Con 2017 and beyond. I am Ryan. With me is
Francisco
and
Jeremy
and
Ronaldo.
Welcome, guys. This is your first Real Nerds Podcast ever. We don't get those too often. We don't get virgins and popping their cherries. So
we're just lucky that your regular crew bailed on you this week.
I know. So how did you hear about Real Nerds Podcast?
Well, I was sitting in the toilet one day, and the number 13036 Nerds 5 was listed on top of the bathroom.
Nice. So you're at Shotgun Willie's, where I put the phone number into the ladies' bathroom. Nice.
Yes, and I snuck into the ladies' room because, well, I have certain needs as a man.
Good, Ronaldo. Jerome, is it?
Jeremy.
Jeremy?
Yeah, I just found a cell phone in City Park, and it had, the podcast app, and so I just started listening to all the podcasts that the previous owner had, and
nice.
This one was okay.
Well, that's easy to find because you can find us on Stitcher, iTunes, and also you can go to our website to listen to our podcast.
You guys have a website?
We do, realnerdspodcast.com.
What is a website?
It's a place on the internet where you can find pornography.
Internet, you say. Pornography, you say.
And your name is? I forgot. You're just wearing Space Jam.
Francisco.
Francisco? You sound like you're black, but you're in fact Italian/Spanish.
I am Italian/Spanish/Asian.
Nice. Well, that part of the world is a little more condensed, and
yeah,
it's
the Francisco nation is really
embrace what makes you different because that's what the world needs.
Oh, I do.
So, guys, every week on Real Nerds Podcast, we go see a new movie. We podcast our experience to the world. This week, we saw The Mummy, starring Tom Cruise. Stay tuned to the end of the podcast where we'll review the movie. We also talk about movie news, stuff we've been watching, and stuff that's coming out on Blu-ray. We like to have fun. So hopefully this will go smooth. I know you're a bunch of new guys, but I'll guide you through like KY Jelly. It'll be easy to slip in and out.
Like every Thursday night.
Yes.
I didn't realize this show was going to be so risque.
It is.
I don't know if I would have come on.
It was weird how you asked us to take our pants off when we first arrived.
I got to see how you measure up.
I may be a pervert, but you take it a step too far.
Spider sense kicked in there. So, Brad. Oh, he's not here. Jeremy, what's happening around town?
I don't know. Is this a segment your previous guy?
It is. Here, let me go ahead and hand you his phone that you found, and I'll unlock it because I know his password, which is Butthole Surfer.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's got a cute little My Little Pony background. That's
it
cool.
does.
Yeah.
Friendship is magic. Isn't that My Little Pony?
It's the Rainbow Dash.
Yeah. Brad says that he plans on going to Space Jam at the Esquire this week.
What is this magical film?
What's Space Jam? I don't.
It is an acid trip with Michael Jordan.
Space Jam is if you like to watch the Looney Tunes where their voices are slightly off and they're not as funny as they used to be.
Sounds amazing.
So yeah, that's at midnight at the theater called the Esquire downtown.
Have you guys seen? There's like a new Looney Tunes show.
Yeah, Wabbit.
Yeah, and their like voices are off just enough that's really distracting.
There is a new one. Sorry, I'm breaking the Ronaldo character. There's a new one.
Amateur, Zach. You're a fucking amateur.
No, I'm sorry. I'm back to being Ronaldo.
Wabbit's the one where they live in a house.
Yeah.
Oh,
So.
okay.
It's weird. Like their voices are off just enough where it's really distracting. And I think I noticed more on someone like Daffy Duck. Not because Bugs Bunny has a distinct one, but it isn't as with a lisp and stuff and how manic Daffy is. I think
I could see that happening. I mean, like, I don't know. I think if this is the same one, I think it is. Is it Wile E. Coyote as his next door neighbor?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw enough of that to just shut it off.
Yeah.
So.
Anyways, so Space Jam. It's 20th anniversary this year.
No, it was last year.
Was it last year?
Yeah, it was 96 that came out. So.
Well, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's completely irrelevant now.
Space Jam's never irrelevant.
Nice.
And then the drive-in is changing it up by putting The Diary of a Wimpy Kid, whatever subtitle, I don't care.
The Longest Haul.
The long haul.
Oh yeah, sure.
The longest
haul sounds like a terrible war movie.
That's opening for the Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tell No Tales, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
That's pretty fun.
Falls to the end.
All right.
So
kids are gonna have
Surprised
so
they
much
haven't
fun.
put Wonder Woman in yet.
Huh?
Surprised they haven't put Wonder Woman in yet.
I'm starting to think they might not do it because they probably blew all their money on Pirates.
Well, that and Marvel probably doesn't want. There's probably some contract where you can't have Marvel and DC at the same time. Would be my guess.
I mean, they do it in the theaters already.
But didn't they have like
no, but like in the same lineup though.
Well, for drive-ins probably.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I thought this one they had like Suicide Squad something else, but I might be wrong. I'm often time as Francisco usually is. He is often wrong. So
no, last year they had Suicide Squad, so it's not a Warner Brothers.
No, but I mean, but there's a Marvel movie with
right.
a DC movie.
Yeah.
They might not be able.
I think
to
it's just
do
too
it.
expensive to do like many comic book movies in their line. Like they pay a fee for each one.
Well, yeah.
Thank God they have pirates in there.
If they had done, if they hadn't done Pirates, they probably would have done Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
So
they took a gamble.
You know, they cost a lot to pair three movies together for only $8.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can buy fidget spinners there now.
I don't even know what those are, and they've like blown up. What the f is a fidget spinner?
Apparently, you spin it on your finger.
It's a device
if you're fidgety.
Yeah, if you're a person who has like trouble.
Just
sitting still.
It's made for. Like,
in my days, we called that a pen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. But now they made a pen that spins around and glows. So.
And you can't write with. So.
And could it be more distracting at the drive-in?
All right.
I know it's been like a huge problem at like schools where like every kid has them and they're not learning, so every teacher hates them.
They're this year's Pogs, so I'm not too worried that it's going to be around much longer.
Yeah, I give it another 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Fucking Pogs.
And that's what's happening around town. Thursday is the next EFP, Emerging Filmmakers Project at the Bug. 8 p.m. Free beer, $5.
Cool.
Come watch some
Yeah,
local
you're blowing
stuff.
off an office like trivia for me for it.
If it wasn't the celebration of Patrick Sheridan,
then you have a real reason to be there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I probably would have taken the month off.
All right.
I wanted to do that quiz so bad.
I know we'd crush at
But
it.
we can't even just walk in.
Oh
You have to
wait,
sign up ahead of time.
Brad, don't shoot Jeremy in the back of the head. Jeremy,
hello to my
no.
little friend.
Well, Jeremy's appearance was brief. Welcome back, Brad.
Hey, good to be back. I was
really
really
didn't-
tired of that guy.
You really didn't have to shoot him,
Well, he wronged me,
and it's really messed up that you used like a Joker gun. It says "bang" and it's still stuck in his head. I mean,
it was a prop gun, but I put a bayonet on the end of the thing, the flag, so they would actually kill him.
nice,
Yeah. So Zach, clean this up.
Yes, sir.
cool.
Don't leave any fingerprints.
By the way, Ronaldo left. He had to go jerk off somewhere. I don't know.
I hope he doesn't pull a David Carradine.
Yeah. I wouldn't put it past Ronaldo. I can't even keep the damn.
And now it's time for real news.
It's real news.
Only really one thing this week, guys, and it's a sad one. Adam West passed away this week, kind of unexpectedly, because he was always so active and you always saw him everywhere.
Turbines to heartbroken.
And I don't know if I just get used because he was in Family Guy so much, but, he was kind of always around.
Yeah.
And
I mean, when people are really old, though,
Yeah,
is it
I
that
mean-
unexpected.
it's not that unexpected, but at the same
lived a good
time,
life.
We just thought we had more time with him.
yeah,
Yeah.
at least he, obviously he's most famous for playing Batman on TV. And if you want to see him reprise the role of Batman one more time, you can pick up The Return of the Caped Crusaders. It's a little animated short, which not short, full-length movie that I actually thought was pretty good.
Yeah,
that DC put out last year.
I think he voiced one more, the one that's that has William Shatner as Two-Face. I think
I don't remember.
It's the next one they said they were going to do in that vein.
Oh, so he was able to record his dialogue before he passed away?
Well, they were working on it. I hope he finished it. No one said anything yet, but he still has
I guess
one
they can
more
hire
role.
Ralph Garman to finish it.
Probably, yeah. I wonder if he would do that, like, because I was wondering if he's gonna, like, because Mayor Adam West on Family Guy, like, would they just write him out of the show, or would they get Ralph Garman to, like, would it be kind of sacrilegious to?
I don't know. You guess that's something they might ask the estate to see what they want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, when Phil Hartman, well, he was murdered, but I mean, when he passed away, The Simpsons just stopped all his characters
they just
together.
retired his characters.
Yeah, and that's when The Simpsons stopped being really good. So I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was a family member of him or a really famous person and he passed away and someone could do a spot-on impression, I wouldn't care. I mean, I think that's a good way to keep the character alive. And
yeah. I mean, Batman, like, yeah, you could probably get Ralph Garman to voice that, but, like, the character in Family Guy is Adam West.
He is.
So,
but, at the same time, if his family wants to continue to make money and... it's just like Marilyn Monroe's family. I mean, she's been dead for 50 years, and they still make money off of her. So if you want to license his likeness, and I don't think there's anything wrong. I don't think it's morbid at all.
I mean, as long as they do it tastefully.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean,
he's just like a guy with a good sense of humor too.
No,
so.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, to do that character, you have to be
Yeah.
willing to be silly.
Jem, you are outrageous. Truly, truly outrageous. I see a grown man watching cartoons.
And here's all of Adam West as Mayor Adam West and Family Guy. Cut it together, Brad.
No.
That's it. We have to fight fire with fire. If nuclear refuse gave them superpowers, it could do the same for me. Citizens, I'm off to the toxic waste dump.
Mayor West, you have lymphoma.
Oh, my.
Probably from rolling around in that toxic waste.
I see.
What in God's name were you trying to prove?
I was trying to gain superpowers.
Well, that's just silly.
Silly, yes. Idiotic, yes. Somebody's stealing my water.
It just went down the drain.
They're crafty, I tell you. It happens when you least expect it.
Show yourself, damn you!
I've been investigating him for months. It's cost $150,000 of the taxpayers' money, but I'll find the culprits if it costs me $1 million. My God, I'm a tomato.
We gather today to remember those brave Quahog men who were lost at sea. The Bible declares an eye for an eye. So let us now take our vengeance on this murderous ocean. You won't be hurting anyone anymore.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to join these two in holy matrimony. If anyone objects to this union, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Quiet down. You had your chance. Damn it, Swanson, I want them found.
Mayor West, we have every available man looking for the Griffins. We just don't have any leads.
Not the Griffins, you moron. The rest of my light, bright pieces. My name isn't Adam Wee. Or is it? Who am I? What number did you dial? Don't ever call here again. I guess I told him, nobody messes with Adam Wee. Hey, what are you guys all on a date? Gay.
Now he was a very.
Is he in every episode?
No,
yeah,
no.
He's in sporadic episodes, but he was
he's in a lot of them though.
I think he's like the same vein as like Patrick Stewart in American Dad,
where
he's like considered like a main character, but he's only in like every 2 or 3 episodes.
I'd have to look that up. He's in quite a
I
bit
mean,
of them
no
now,
idea, so.
because he's always like there'd be ones where he'd just be feeding the birds in the park or something, and yeah, I don't know.
I like it when he's like, when his two hands, he's interacting with his two hands, and he's about to get married to one of his hands, and they're like, if anybody objects to this union, let them speak now. He raises his other hand and goes, quiet, you had your chance.
So yeah, that's about it for news. There's really not much else.
He taught everybody what it means to be a hero, and that some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Yeah, and the thing is though is it gets made fun of for being campy, but it's pretty fun if you watch the episodes. Yeah, some of them are bad, but I still have fun watching them. And I think the Batman the movie is actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's goofy as all heck, but
that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like it's like everybody gets this feeling that they're like, oh, they just we thought we were making fun of it, but like they knew what they were doing from the get go when they made that version of the show. So like it was always intended to be campy. So
yep. We did get a trailer for Black Panther. Has everybody watched the trailer for Black Panther?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if you've watched it, but you can hear it right now.
Tell me something. What do you know about Wakanda? It's a third world country. Textiles, shepherds, cool outfits. All front. Explorers have searched for it. Called it El Dorado. They looked for it in South America. But it was in Africa the whole time. I'm the only one who's seen it. And made it out alive. The world is changing. Soon, there will only be the conquered and the conquerors. Step into the spotlight. You are a good man. Step into the spotlight. With a good heart. And it's hard for a good man to be a king.
It's interesting watching it. It reminds me a lot of the first Ant-Man trailer, where there's some moments I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Then the rest of it seems kind of...
I don't know what the story is, but it looks cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know that Wakanda is advanced civilization, so it's kind of blending sci-fi in with superhero stuff. We'll see.
I mean...
the poster's badass.
Yeah. I mean, it's directed by Ryan Coogler, who I really, really like. It's shot by Rachel Morrison, who I think is one of the best DPs out there right now. I really like pretty much everyone involved in this project, and so
yeah, and it's also one of those first teasers where you don't know what's going on. Like these are these characters, and this is them, what they look like.
Yeah,
you can tell they're still kind of working on it. And I think it's out till February 16th.
I liked the way they interwove Ulysses into the trailer with his whole thing. So.
Yeah, it's good to see Martin Freeman show up again.
Mm-hmm.
He was really good in Civil War.
Yep.
It's like a Marvel movie comes out and like it's on such autopilot. Like, oh, it's gonna be good. You're just kind of like, okay, just. I'll wait for the movie.
Yeah.
Cool trailer. Like,
yeah.
It'll come out. It'll probably be good.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is that trailer I don't think says like dynamic as their other ones have been lately, but
yeah,
you know,
you said
it looks cool.
You said the poster's cool. Does it? Because it has everything from the movie on it.
No, it's literally just T'Challa sitting in
his
throne.
throne.
Yeah, so it's pretty awesome. And it's like Witness the Legend or something like that.
Yeah. Pretty minimal. It probably could use some more faces.
If they could throw Iron Man on there four times.
Did you see the tweet that Robert Downey Jr. put out?
Yeah, where it's like every face is Robert Downey Jr. and it says featuring Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's like it says Iron Man Homecoming and it says featuring Spider-Man.
Awesome.
What's really funny is they're starting to show Spider-Man to people, and Iron Man's only in it maybe 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So they're really...
everything from the trailer.
So they're really focusing on his... I think they're doing it to tie it into Marvel.
Yeah.
And then they'll kind of let it breathe on its own.
Just trying to tell the people who aren't paying attention like we do that, like, hey, this isn't just another...
Spider-Man, this is part of us. So
yeah, some people have seen it, so it's really good.
Okay.
Really good. So, hopefully... I mean, it'll probably be my number one movie of the year. I mean,
even better than Spider-Man 3?
Well, I mean, if they don't have an emo Peter Parker, I don't know if I'm going to subscribe to it.
Well, I'll be interested to see if it tops Amazing Spider-Man 2 for you, because I know that's pretty special.
It is. Yeah, again, Amazing Spider-Man 2 I love, but it is bloated. And there's a great email that Kevin Feige, that was leaked with the Sony leaks, where he offered to help fix Amazing Spider-Man 2 for free. because he cared so much about Spider-Man, and it was stuff that I agree with. I mean, there's parts where, like the opening where his parents are on the plane and stuff. I would actually cut out the whole parent subplot.
Yep.
And he makes some good points. You should read it. You can just look it up. It's like Kevin Feige tries to save Amazing Spider-Man 2. And most of the stuff's pretty spot on. I mean, there's some stuff that really works in that movie, but there's some stuff like,
I just hope that Venom gets some kind of cameo. Did you guys hear that Tom Hardy's going to be playing Venom?
He is.
Whoa.
When that movie actually starts shooting, then I'll be like, okay, it's coming out.
Wait, Mad Max is going to play Venom? Stop the presses, man.
He'll also be playing Jafar. They announced that this morning.
In the Jon Favreau Lion King?
Lion King? Jafar's
Oh, no, Jafar's Aladdin. That's right. Scar, Jafar. I'm getting them mixed up.
I guess we know how the animals talk in the Lion King. They've been given powers by Jafar.
Disney, hire me. Call me at 555.
Oh, so now there's going to be a movie where the Middle Eastern people are the heroes and the white guys are the bad guys? What's that about? I'm waiting for that. Has that been put on the internet yet?
It's coming.
It's coming. Get ready. Ready your keyboards.
Make a note on this episode for it so that we can bring it back. That was like we called this.
Should we just tell people what's happening at the Alamo Draft House?
If you want.
I don't. No.
Hello. Hi, I'm Kevin Smith. Hi, I'm Leonard Maltin.
Hi, I'm Mark Hamill.
Hi, I'm Elijah Wood.
This is Seth Rogen.
I'm Christopher Mintz-Plasse.
I'm Ron Starr.
Welcome to the Alamo Draft House.
It Comes at Night is playing at the Alamo Draft House.
Not in ours. It's down the Littleton one.
It's like the Sloan's Lake one.
Sloan's Lake one, yeah.
No.
There's a Predator movie party tomorrow night.
There is a Predator movie party.
I'll be at that one. I know
Is
that's happening.
Is the director going to be there?
No.
Okay.
I think he's in jail.
No, I think he's
Really?
out. I think,
John McTiernan?
Yeah, I think he's out now.
Oh, okay.
What was he in jail for?
Tax evasion.
Oh, okay. That's not exciting.
Yeah.
For an action film director. I thought it'd be like gun running.
Gun running.
But
the film industry is just money laundering scheme.
He gets out of jail. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is go to Denver, Colorado to a Predator screening, do a Q&A for a film that's like 30 years old.
My Alamo won't load. So in Denver, Colorado, you can go to 2 Alamo Draft House, and if you're closer to the Denver area, there's one in Sloan's Lake, and there's also one in Littleton. If you're a little farther east or north, I guess south, it would be southeast-ish.
Southeast-ish.
But yeah, they have movie parties going on all the time. Just
women
check
only screenings of things.
Women only screenings of stuff.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm pulling it up to see if there's anything we're forgetting.
Okay. I'm sure there's a whole week's worth of stuff we're forgetting.
Oh, there is.
Isn't there like a movie club this week, or is it not this week?
No, it's next. I think it's next week.
Steve, if you're listening, get cooler movies for your movie club.
Steve, continue to show exactly what you're showing.
And then you get people like Henry going.
Steve, I
Not
have no
cool
opinion.
people like me. I bring people.
Like Mike, all you bring is your kid.
I wonder how many times I can ask him I want to show Friday the 13th, the final chapter, before he lets me show it.
I think it's going to be a long time.
Yep.
So tomorrow there is a kids camp of Sing, the Predator movie part which you mentioned, the subtitle version of Black Butler. It's an anime thing. Then next day, Sing, and then there's Escape from New York. That's happening.
Nice.
Okay, cinema.
Yeah.
Do you like Escape from New York?
Yes. You do, don't you?
I do like that movie.
Of course you do.
Film Still, do we know what that is?
No.
Film Still is whatever. Do you know what it is?
It's kind of an arty thing.
Okay, cool. It's Everybody Knows Elizabeth Murray. For an arty thing, I've never heard of it. So, then Video Vortex this week is Desperation Rising, which they described as if David Lynch directed Scarface, so right up your alley.
Wow.
Because Scarface is probably the
worst
worst movie ever made.
They should have just called the movie We Hate Ryan.
Brian De Palma's like, I'm going to make a shitty movie. And it's going to be on all college kids' dorm room doors.
Oh, God.
I'll have you know that most college kids actually don't like that stuff anymore.
It's on my wife, so I'm not saying my wife's any better.
When I went to college, I should have changed it up and put the original Scarface poster on my wall.
Just
be
to
like,
show people, this is me.
This is me. I enjoy movies with allegories and symbols that are clearly used with cookie cutter lighting.
So that's Littleton. I'm checking. Will it be different at Sloan's Lake, or they feel similar stuff?
No, they have different programming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll wait for that one to come up. But yeah, that's what's showing there at Littleton.
Now that they have two, they can kind of spread out their movie parties. The Sloan's Lake one, I will say that it is beautiful. Like, that's a beautiful theater, and their bar is beautiful. I love the tile on the floor. I love the chandeliers they have.
They also have at Sloan's Lake. They have Geeks Who Drink tomorrow.
Oh, trivia.
Yep. Green Room is showing, so if you missed that, you can check that out. They're doing a Cherry Bomb, which do we know what that is? Like, it's a type of thing. It's not a movie.
Okay, don't know.
But they're showing Diary of a Teenage Girl, which if you're a girl, definitely check it out. I saw it. It's well made, but I
heard it was a good movie.
No, it's very well made, but it's one of the films that I had to stop watching it towards the end because I knew that it's just not for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not a teenage girl. I did not grow up as a girl, so it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But I've heard that if you did grow up as a teenage girl, it's really good. So if you are, go check it out. It is really well made. The Survivalist, whatever that is showing there.
It's a guy who's surviving.
Oh. Tempopo, Beer Dinner. Tempopo is the ramen film.
Ramen? Chicken flavor?
I think so. I think they make some really good-looking ramen in that film. Looperfest is going to be showing there.
There we go.
Emily Blunt. Have I told you how beautiful she is? My new Entertainment Weekly showed up in the mail, and it's just her as Mary Poppins on the cover. I was like,
That was some news. We got some Mary Poppins photos.
That's not news. How am I gonna explain photos on a podcast?
So she looks like this.
She
a rectangle.
looks stunning.
We did find out though that Julie Andrews won't be making a cameo, but I don't know if that was really news so much as I kind of figured.
Yeah, she wants to just enjoy it. That's cool.
But that Looper screening, I think, comes with these custom.
Yeah, it comes with mugs.
Mugs, yeah.
Looks cool. So if you're into Looper.
It should come with a free copy of The Last Jedi script. I'm just saying.
It's what the writer and the producer are doing the Q&A?
It might be. I mean, I'm just looking at the calendar, which doesn't
And
say.
I do know that if you get your tickets at AlamoDraftHouse.com, you'll get for Spider-Man, you'll get a Mondo's glass, which I don't know. I think I'm closing on my house that day, so I don't know when I'm going to be able to. I want to see it. I'm going to see it Thursday.
Come on, spend an extra $10.
Well, no, I don't mind about that. I mean, I just don't know when time my house closing's at.
So you won't be at the opening.
I'm going to find a way to be there. I'll be there Thursday night.
And then finally, Thunder and Rain, whatever that is, and Funeral Parade of Roses, whatever that is. So
oddly, Thunder and Rain is actually about sunshine and clear skies.
Oh, Funeral Parade of Roses. That's not a special screening. That's just going to be a film that comes out. So,
okay.
Never mind.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what's showing at Sloan's Lake as well.
We also watch movies throughout the week in a segment that Zach calls, "What is Jack Benny up to?"
So, this is the stuff we've been watching.
First of all, the chicken dance has nothing to do with Jack Benny.
I'm just trying to think of old timey songs.
You should have done an old Victorian
Zach, what'd you watch this week?
Zach watched a lot of things this week. I rewatched I watched The Faculty again.
Robert Rodriguez at his worst.
Especially.
No, I like The Faculty. I'm just kidding.
Well, that's interesting because it's not the most well known of his films. I think it's more known for the Kevin Williamson aspect to it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It was right off of Scream, I think, or at least within the range of vicinity. But I love the film. I still think it works, and actually, a lot of the practical effects hold up today.
Yeah, I remember Jon Stewart getting stabbed in it.
The CG alien at the end. Because I'm not going to spoil who the alien is, but there is an alien. It's an alien
Jon
movie.
Stewart.
He's one of them, but the Queen alien is what I should say. The CG for that kind of holds up, except for certain spots in the light. So it was kind of off-putting at times.
When did that come out? 97?
97, 98, I want to say. It's really fun though. Josh Hartnett's great in it. Elijah Wood's good in it.
Josh Hartnett, his career went down when his plane went down in Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor sucked, and I miss you. I also watched Shadow of the Vampire again.
It's a good movie.
I love that film. It's weird though because I was watching it this time. I've seen it plenty of times when I was younger, but watching
Is that on
it
Blu-ray?
No, it's not. I had to get it off of Amazon Prime.
It's on Prime though.
It's not. It's not a Prime watch. I had to rent it, but I was I really wanted to watch it. I was having that itch, and it was only $2. But one thing I noticed is that the editing is interesting. The structure of the story is not perfect. There are jumps in logic and gaps in time, but it doesn't really matter because it's more about showcasing those performances, and it kind of tells the story in an artsier way, I guess is one way of putting it. But Willem Dafoe's great in that fucking movie.
Yeah, I know, he's awesome.
Malkovich is really good in it too, and I forgot Cary Elwes was in the movie, and he just like
that's right, yeah.
He flies in and just like he's like the DP every director wants to be a badass or something like that, you know. What else did I watch this week? I watched a documentary called The Jeffrey Dahmer Files, which is so it's a there's 3 subjects interviewed in the documentary. It's the coroner who examined the bodies that they found at Dahmer's apartment. It's the cop who was interrogating Dahmer, and it's Dahmer's neighbor. But they interweave it with recreations of Dahmer's life, but not Dahmer doing anything murdery. It's more of like Dahmer in his docile form, like where essentially he's just doing day-to-day bullshit. And it's an interesting art piece. And I looked up the budget. It was shot for under $500,000, and it's very, very effective. It's very short too, though. So it's not something that you're gonna like get all the information out of the Dahmer case you want. Like if you, there's plenty of true crime biopics for that, you know.
There is a Jeffrey Dahmer film that's doing festivals right now that they're saying could be a big Oscar thing at the end of the year.
Is that the Efron one? Or
no, Efron one's not shot yet.
Okay.
This one, it's another thing where it's like a Disney star is playing Dahmer. Ross Lynch is playing him.
Okay.
Like current generation. So, but that might be a big deal. So.
Okay, cool. I rewatched Notorious, the not the Hitchcock film, but the Biggie Smalls biopic.
Yeah.
And it was. I mean, I saw it in the theater when it came out, but that was the only time I had seen it, and it's still good. It still works. Jamal Woolard is a really good Biggie.
That's what Anthony Mackie plays Tupac in it, right?
Yeah, it is. And actually, it's funny because they're doing that All Eyes on Me movie that's coming out this summer. And I was like, I mean, I guess Anthony Mackie's like either too busy or too expensive now, but would have been interesting if Mackie played Tupac in that one, because Jamar Woolard is going to be playing Biggie in the Tupac movie that's coming out this summer. So
I don't know, like that All Eyes on Me. The only thing that bugs me about that trailer is I hate when they dramatize speeches that Tupac's mom gave him.
Yeah.
I forget what it is in the trailer, and she says, "They're not going to give you anything. You got to take it." Like,
it looks a bit more heavy-handed than like.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Was.
I don't like heavy-handedness. Just tell the story.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure it was okay. No. I also watched the movie Race with Jason Sudeikis, and I'm trying to remember who plays Jesse Owens, but it's about Jesse Owens, who ran in the 1936 Olympics against the Nazis. And it's actually really good. Like, Jason Sudeikis is really good in this movie. Between that and Colossal, I would like to see him do more things. So, but it's a pretty standard biopic. I mean, there's nothing extremely special about it, like stylistically or anything like that. But it is interesting. It's directed by the guy who directed Nightmare on Elm Street 5, Stephen Hopkins. And there are
Predator 2.
Yeah, and I will point out that there are moments in that film that do look, because he is a graphic artist, there are shots in that film that look like they're set up for a graphic novel, like a splash art. So it's kind of interesting in that sense. But it is a very long movie, I will say. It's like over 2 hours and 15 minutes long, so it's not like you're in for a watch. But it was fine. I think there's a reason it came out when it did. Was probably not going to sweep anything. And then I saw Wonder Woman again.
Nice.
The first time I saw it, I was trying to look at it critically, and which is fine because that's what we do when we're on the show. But I got to go with a friend last night, and we're watching it, and I just enjoyed myself a lot more than I did the first time because I wasn't focused on the critic stuff. I was like, I just want to watch a superhero. I just want to watch Wonder Woman beat the shit out of people, and she beats the shit out of people, and I thought it was really fun. But I will go so far as to say, like, I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up in my top 10 this year, because so far I've only got 2 movies that I know are going to be on that list. Like right now it's Wonder Woman and Get Out, so everything else hasn't really impressed me so much, you know. But hey, if Wonder Woman's going to be on there, I'm glad it is.
Yeah, I think Wonder Woman's one of the best movies of the year.
Yeah. So
someone needs to rewatch Captain Underpants.
Oh yeah,
that's probably going to be
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That could actually end up on the list just for nostalgia alone. But yeah, so that's all I watched this week.
Nice. Brad?
I did not watch nearly that much. I beat Breath of the Wild yesterday.
Nice.
So, beat...
How many hours did you put into it?
I think I'm at 300.
Wow. And you didn't even beat it? Beat it 100% completion?
Right. I'm close. I just have a couple, pieces of gear to level up. And then I found a side quest in, the last part of the game that started up. So, but, there's downloadable content. There's going to be another story. So it's not really done. It's just, this stage of it's done, I guess.
Is it the best Zelda game ever?
Yeah. It's amazing. The story's not, it doesn't blow your mind.
But it's
the finale's kind of what you'd expect, but
Well,
it's about the journey.
Yeah, it's about the playing element. It's not the story.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I purposely tried not to beat the game for the longest time. I just tried to do as many side quests and explore as much as I could until I found all the shrines and found all the gear, and it was about the journey. Part of the leveling up is I have to find 10 of this certain type of butterfly, and I had, out of 300 hours, I hadn't seen it in the game ever until I got the the tunic at the end or whatever. So that's one more thing I get to go do in my
tunic.
spare
I
time.
thought you said eunuch. I'm that's in a Zelda game.
Yeah.
I always loved in Zelda games, I would change his tunic because I got tired of seeing him in green, even though green's my favorite color. But I always loved the blue one.
Yeah. And that's another thing that impressed me is growing up, Link in the green tunic is iconic, but somehow this game made me forget that. Because there's the art direction is so beautiful in the game. There's such diversity, such creativity, that when I went to fight Ganon at the end, I had trouble picking what I was going to use because there's some pretty good armor sets, but I wanted to look my best for the final fight.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And it wasn't the green tunic thing. I was I should really do this with the blue one because that's symbolizes the game. But I ended up using the Guardian armor just because it's more practical.
Yeah, I'm playing Injustice right now, and you can add new gear to the characters, and some of it's more powerful. I'm but it doesn't look as cool. So I don't want to put it on.
Back when I was 15, my friend and I just stayed up for I think it was 48 hours straight and just beat all of what's the boat? The boat one. What's the boat one?
Wind Waker.
Yeah, we did Wind Waker, but we did it all in his lobster costume. We made sure he never changed out of it.
He has a lobster costume?
When he first wakes up, he's in a lobster suit before he gets the green tunic.
I haven't played in a long time.
My favorite Zelda.
I started it up for the Wii U version, but I got sidetracked because I'd beaten it before. But Breath of the Wild is it's also an amalgamation of all the best parts of every previous Zelda game. There's just tons of Easter eggs that celebrate the franchise.
No, yeah.
I'll learn.
Okay.
It's just amazing, and I'm just sad that there's no objective.
There's no after game.
There's going to be a kind of a new add-on game in November. I as soon as I was done with the game, I bought the expansion pass.
Yeah.
So there's hard modes coming out right now, and it's some treasure chests sprinkled throughout. But over the holidays, there's supposed to be some new story, side story, not a full thing, but
so they're doing DLC kind of stuff.
Yeah. DLC short, and I think that's what they should do going forward. Is just keep this map and this architecture and just add new stories to the game. There's the perimeter of the map, you can see a cliffside.
Yeah.
I hope that becomes a world you can actually go
That'd
to
be cool,
instead of just let's rebuild the entire thing to add this new element of gameplay. I just hope they just build stories within.
It'd be if they added Majora's Mask 2.
Yeah. It's as soon as it's done because there's certain elements to the game right now if you want to alter time, you just sit in front of fire and choose I'm going to sit here until morning, so you don't have to sit there in real time. But I'm they could just take Majora's Mask and add that story element to it.
Yeah.
What else? Wind Waker.
It wouldn't surprise me if I see if they were. Because what they could do is they've been doing it with Pokemon for years now, where they just do the game, but set 10 years later in the same world.
Yeah.
So certain things are different, and so you see the time change. So they could do something like that too.
And when I beat it, I was a little disappointed because I thought I'd get to replay the game from now on without Ganon's influence over the countryside. but it just takes you like right back to like before you beat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was like, I was actually really excited to just continue playing the game.
Yeah.
Like, sure, have enemies spawn everywhere,
there,
but him hovering over the castle, I thought that would be cool if that just like disappeared and just like there's like that purple blight across the countryside. There's places I wish that wasn't there.
Yeah.
And maybe stuff underneath would come out that you could like adventure to. So, but yeah.
I mean, it might be also one of the things that like they pushed like the Nintendo Switch to its complete capacity, so they just couldn't.
That's another thing that blows my mind is like everything I've done is on that little postage stamp cartridge. Yeah, it's insane. Yeah. So yeah, and then the last thing I saw was a short film from a New York indie filmmaker called Artery and Vein.
Oh, you watched it? Oh, what do you think?
It's actually pretty good.
Thank you.
Like the cinematography is really good. The writing is a little confusing.
Yeah.
It's making this point about how like even the people who are supposed to be like the best people in society are like kind of
it's supposed to
like
be,
no one's
like,
really good.
The argument of the film is that because like for those who don't know, Artery and Vein's my film, and the film is it's about these two medical students who turned to organ theft as a way to pay off their student debt.
Oh, I thought one was a medical student, but the other guy was like
technically the other guy is like the older guy is graduated already, but he was a medical student as well. And so it's basically the film, and so it takes place all in one night as they essentially steal the
harvest
kidney.
an organ.
Yeah, they harvest an organ from this girl, and the entire film is the conversation that the two have. And the film is called Artery and Vein because it's essentially them trying to justify what they're doing and tell themselves we're still good people even though we're doing this. And how one of them does that is he says, it's extremely expensive to become a doctor, whereas it's extremely cheap to be like a banker or something like that. And so that's his justification. It's one of these like not something that I necessarily agree with, but I think it's a point that I wanted to have that character have.
Yeah, you don't have to like make movies that like agree with what.
No, yeah.
So like you always like make movies that
But,
bring up an idea.
Yeah, so
and always make a movie you want to make.
Yeah,
yeah.
Unless it's Twombly, don't make that.
Almost went a fucking week without hearing Twombly.
I thought the performances were pretty good. There's just a couple things of like.
There are, yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you anyway.
Thank you.
The guy who's like a seasoned professional at this, like the fact that he, like drinks that alcohol and like throws.
Yeah.
That like doesn't make sense because if he's such like he just chastised the one guy for making mistakes.
Yeah.
Like that seems like something he shouldn't do. But it sets up the end for the other guy who's I guess good.
Well, I mean it's like they're both bad people.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
but the other guy's trying to prove that he's not as bad by like framing him. Yeah. And then the girl. I only watched it the one time, but like her getting pulled out of the tub, like she seems still pretty rigid for a girl's unconscious. Like her head was like curled up. Yeah.
We shot the film in 5 hours in this one hotel room. We got the hotel room for one night, and it was like we got like the executive suite. The room's not that big, but it's still the executive suite of a New York apartment. And
is that music thing like
music
part? That's not you guys. Okay.
No, that's the hotel.
Yeah, there's like sheet music like on the tile throughout the room.
It's a cool hotel room. But we got there, and I was like, "This room costs $300. We're getting this done tonight." So,
you're not coming back.
So like and there's also like continuity issues that like of him having his mask on in some scenes, not other scenes.
I didn't even notice.
It's something that I noticed because I'm like, god damn it! But and there's a boom shadow in one of the shots.
Oh.
That one I actually didn't notice the first 7 times I saw the film, edited the film, and then my boom operator was like, "Hey, look, there's me," and I was like, "God damn it, Steven.
You're fired."
So you need to make movies like Hot Shots, and then when it shows up, it's like, oh, it's supposed to be there because it's a zany, stupid comedy.
No, yeah. So, but yeah, I'm glad you watched it.
Yeah.
So
keep doing it.
We submitted it to like 5 festivals. As soon as we get rejected from those festivals, I will put it online so for everyone to see. So
cool.
Henry.
All right. So just Art House Ass this week is it's called After Image. It is. I think it was showing at the scene. I don't know if it's still showing now, but it was the last film of Andrzej Wajda. I think is how I pronounce his name. A legendary Polish director. If you haven't heard of him, don't worry. Neither have I. But this was his last film. He directed it when he was 90 years old, and he died just before the premiere of it. But it's it's a very sad film. It's very Polish. Basically,
so it's stupid too.
Well, Always really proud of those jokes.
I was gonna say, like, so it's your favorite movie of the year.
Well,
how many Polish people does it take to spool a film reel?
But anyway, it's the true story of this one painter whose name escapes me right now, who lived in Poland during like Stalin's regime, and he's very avant-garde painter, and he's very against communism, and it's basically about how as like communism enters Poland, they make it that way because they can't just kill him, but they essentially starve him to death.
So he shaves his paintbrushes down to weapons and kicks their ass and kills them.
Yeah.
I'm on board for this movie.
At the end of the film, he goes, "Time to kill unism."
Yes.
So,
you Russians are going to go down.
Andre, you've got to change this.
But it's very depressing. Apparently, that's how a lot of his the director's films are. I'll probably check out more of his stuff because he gets considered this legendary Polish director. But yeah, after Image, if you want to read my full thoughts on it, go to ReynoldsPodcast.com to see the most recent article. I also watched Bonnie and Clyde for the first time.
Ooh, how'd you like it?
That's a really good film.
Oh, yeah.
Both those people, super hot. So,
compared to if you see a real picture of Bonnie and Clyde, they're not the most glamorous looking people in the world.
Yeah, because they have lots of bullet holes in them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's part of it.
They're also probably skeletons by now. So,
but don't worry, you can still see their death cart at every county fair.
Watch Dreamgirls. Dreamgirls really fun.
Had you never seen it before?
Nope. It was my first time.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
I like Eddie Murphy in that movie.
Eddie Murphy's good. Jimmy Fox is really good.
Jennifer Hudson is pretty good. Yeah,
I thought it was pretty good. Yeah. And I didn't realize it was Beyonce until like halfway through the film. I was like, "Oh damn, it's Beyonce!"
Yeah.
So
I like Bill Condon movies. They're
they're
fun.
I watched Speed for the first time. Speed's really fun.
All right, Hot Shot. What'd you think?
Yeah, I liked it. It was a lot of fun.
At least I'm taller. That was a cool movie.
It's fun.
I love Speed, but my favorite thing about Speed is probably one of the critic jokes where it's like, all right, Hot Shot, you think you're so smart? Read this book in less than 5 minutes. And it's just Keanu Reeves trying to read a Dr. Seuss book.
Speaking of Jason Sudeikis, if you want more stuff of him to watch, I watched Mother's Day this week. Don't watch that one.
the riff tracks of Mother's Day?
There probably is.
The Gary Marshall film?
Yeah, it's Gary Marshall's last film.
When Doug Benson was last out at the Alamo, that's what they did was Mother's Day.
They did it on
really?
Mother's Day, too.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure it would have been great, because I watched this film for the first time, and I was like, oh. Well, spoiler, I didn't like it. I'm not rewatching this film.
No, really? I thought that one would sway your heart more than Rock Dog.
You'd be surprised. I watched The Rocketeer for the first time. And since James isn't here, what a piece of garbage film.
You're wrong, but
worst
okay.
movie ever.
Man, what an awful film about following your dreams. That's a film that shouldn't have a sequel / reboot, whatever they're doing. But yeah, it's fine. It's fun. It's a bit dated, but still fun. So.
Yeah, it's fun too. James got mad at me because I think in my comic book movies I put it like number 30 or something.
I mean, it's not like the best, but like,
well, it's like it's in the same vein of like not in terms of quality, but it's in the same vein of The Shadow or even Phantom, where it's like
not good.
No, it's like it's pulpy. It's pulpy, but
it's pulpy, but you can make cool pulpy things like Darkman.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I mean, like, eventually when the reboot, sequel, whatever it is, comes out, I'll probably watch it. Why not?
Take your goddamn pink elephant.
Fucking pink elephant.
Timothy Dalton is really good in the film.
Oh, yeah.
He's great in that. I watched My Cousin Rachel, which was...
Whoa, that's kind of creepy to watch your cousin Rachel.
Is that Anne Hathaway?
No,
Rachel Weisz.
That's Rachel getting married.
Is
Hannah Hathaway.
But yeah, I don't understand it. Because I went in, and this film starts at 90 degrees. Like, basically, like, the opening scene of this film is the main character narrating his life, and it's just, so I was an orphan, then my cousin adopted me, and then he raised me as, like, his brother, and then he left, and he married this bitch, Rachel, and then she's super awful, and then I don't like her, and then he died, so I'm gonna kill Rachel. Title card. And then the film starts, like, at that exact pacing. So I was confused this entire film, because it never slows down to, like, let you... like, understand anything that happens. It's from the same writer who made Hitchcock's Rebecca.
Okay.
And it's based on that book, and it feels very much like the director. Do you have a joke that you want to?
No.
Okay. It feels very much like there was. They took the key points of the book and put them in, not putting in the stuff that leads to those points. So it's like wait, why are you in love with Rachel now? Why do you now hate Rachel? Where is the development here?
Yeah.
And so,
No.
but I mean, it's okay. It's very well shot and very well made, even though I don't understand it at all. And then finally, I watched Shimmer Lake, which is a new Netflix film.
Which one?
Shimmer Lake?
Shimmer Lake.
Shimmer Lake.
It's really good. It stars Rainn Wilson.
Oh, is that the horror film or the thriller film or whatever it is?
The film. It stars Rainn Wilson, Benjamin Walker, a couple other people, and it's about this bank robbery gone wrong, and it tells it Memento style. So like they robbed the bank on Tuesday, but the film is told Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday.
Okay.
And so you kind of see it you see it in like most bank robbery gone wrong type stuff. There's a lot of twists and turns along the way. And it's weird how to describe it, but like it reveals it to you backwards. Like where like it'll be like, oh, until it'll be like, okay, that's how this person dies. Because it'll be like this person, you find this person dead on Friday, and then you see them die on Thursday. And it's like, okay, that's how that person dies, and you see how it all kind of ties together to this bank job.
Right.
It's really, really well written. It's written by the same guy that did 22 Jump Streets, as well as some other stuff. It's really, really well written. It's his first directorial film. But if you're looking for like a really solid, really well written like crime thriller, I would definitely check it out. It's on Netflix. Probably my second favorite film of the year. So
cool.
Yeah, and so but that's what I watched this week. So
awesome. I watched a few things. One of the really the only thing I like about being at my in-laws' house right now is my father-in-law has the really expensive Sony 3D TV. It was like the one that was like $4,000 when it came out. So I brought over all my 3D movies, and last night I watched Texas Chainsaw 3D, and it's not better in 3D.
Go get him, cuz.
Did you not see it in 3D in the theater?
No. And every time I have this like reaction when I see Adam Marcus on the screen where I want to throw up in my mouth. And he's the writer of Jason Goes to Hell, and he's also the writer on this. And
you just hated the fact that it's now his name is now in 3D.
Yes.
And you bought it?
On Halloween, I don't know if it's last year or the year before, it was $2.99 at Best Buy.
You're like,
because Best Buy does those like Halloween, like this is what's scaring us this year, whatever.
So you're like $2.99, you win, Adam Marcus.
Yeah, because sometimes I'm like, man, maybe I was too hard on it. Because as soon as I saw his name, I already had a prejudice against the movie, and I was watching it again. I'm like, no, it's not me. It's the fact that there's no. I understand it's a horror film, but even they have to have some bit of logic to them. And the one that always bothered me is so it takes place after the first one, and the film opens with the aftermath of the first film. The credits are highlights of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Mm-hmm.
So the credits end, and it's like the Sawyer family is about to get in a shootout with the police, which is fine. They end up shoot out the police, and at the end, like the local bumpkins are going around, and there's a lady there of the Sawyer family, and she has a baby, and they kidnap this baby basically. And so they take the baby, and then it's like present day, so 2012, 13. I don't know when the movie came out.
13.
Is it 13?
Mm-hmm.
Present day, and so Alexandria Daddario is the daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She's 21.
Shouldn't she be 40?
So yeah, it's 40 years have passed.
Yeah.
And then so also Leatherface should be 70 or 80 years old by now.
Probably walking with a cane.
Yeah, but he lives in the basement of this house that she inherited. And also, I don't know how they knew who she was. If they stole her from the family, everybody who died. So she gets an anonymous letter from a grandmother who died, who left her this house with Leatherface in it.
There's a lot of ideas that have no merit.
Yeah, I really like to see it where there's a 70-year-old Leatherface who's using the chainsaw.
Yeah.
As a cane.
Come back here, you motherfuckers. So that movie is whatever.
That's old Leatherface. Come back here, you
It makes
motherfuckers.
sense why he wants to kill exploitive teens. So.
The other thing I remember from it is that they make Leatherface like sympathetic,
Yeah.
and him and the girl like the hero of the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
and
always,
everyone else is the assholes.
Good job. It's always, and I don't know why, but if you read the Slash of the Titans book about Freddy versus Jason, before they finished the script for the one they shot, Jason was always like the anti-hero. So they always try to, it just doesn't work. Like you can't, somebody who's a mass murderer can't be an anti-hero. And Leatherface doesn't have any redeeming qualities. I mean, if you're taking it from the first film, he kills indiscriminately. And so you're trying to, now they're trying to make him like somewhat of a good guy. No, he's still murdering people. You can't make someone who kills indiscriminately and butchers people with a chainsaw someone like, I can root for this guy.
Yeah.
You know, and it's...
Well, because they clearly didn't shoot a scene where he's pressing flowers in his book.
That is true.
That would make him instantly sympathetic.
That is true.
Yeah. People didn't love Chainsaw Massacre because they thought Leatherface was like, oh, he's just misunderstood. It's like, those movies are awesome because he's horrible, but
yeah.
I don't know, I haven't actually seen
the remakes, the remake
I think
kind
the
of
remakes are good.
The remake, I don't know if the first remake does it, but I know that the prequel remake, the beginning, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, they lean on sympathy or empathy for the Sawyer kid who grows up to be Leatherface. So it's not like that they haven't done this before, except like with Texas Chainsaw 3D, they kind of amp it up and go like, no, we want him to be a hero now.
You can have sympathy. You can have sympathy
for the monster.
For monster. Like, I mean, that's something as old as Frankenstein.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can even have sympathy because Jason technically is only a creation of being a victim.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a victim of someone not watching him and he drowns.
Yeah.
But you don't have sympathy for who he is because he's a mass murderer.
Yeah.
But anyways, I also watched Hidden Figures again. I finally got around to watching the Blu-ray. That movie's great. I like that Kevin Costner spits in the face of racism and segregation.
Smashes it with a crowbar.
No, that movie's really well done.
Makes that bathroom whites included.
Yes.
Think about it.
There's no colors at NASA, Brad. So that movie was fun.
So he didn't defeat racism. He just made more bathrooms for white people.
That is true.
I'm saying his statement would be stronger if he went to the white bathroom and said colors could go in it. Yeah.
Kellen, can you tell what
he
movie?
Just wrote with a crayon color.
Yeah.
What movie did we see this week, Kellen? Do you remember? Say Captain Underpants.
Captain Underpants.
So you did see it?
Me and Kellen went and saw Captain Underpants.
Nice.
It's funny. You know, it's the most shallow form of humor you can have.
But
I mean, I laughed. I mean, it's literally about farting and poop and pee.
Exactly. That's all it ever was gonna be. And they didn't disappoint.
But you guys are right. Ed Helms is pretty good in it because there's that one scene where they're throwing water on him and he's turning back and forth. He's like "Tra-la," and then he's back to being the principal again. It's pretty fun.
What did you think of the sock puppet gag?
Yeah, sock puppet was fun. Nick Kroll as a bad guy was really good. His resume cracked me up. Yeah, I mean it was just a fun light movie. There's nothing. I mean, it's not as good as Pixar or anything like that, but it's still fun.
Yeah, I mean it knows exactly what it's trying to be. It's not, but I mean I dig it.
Oh no, like I mean Kellen laughed at it and he thought he had a good time.
That's what's important on this one.
Yeah, it's just a goofy movie. I mean, it's not like I said. I've never read any of the books, so I don't know anything about him. I just know it's a superhero wears underpants.
I mean, like they tread along the line of a graphic novel, but they're not really. It's a children's book, so it's got illustrations in it. But there's so many like. What I love about it, like the flip book gag that they do in the movie, because
that's great.
Yeah, that was that was part of the books themselves, so it was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I mean, I liked when they broke the fourth wall a lot, where this say we don't have a big budget, so we're gonna flip through there and show you what happened. That stuff's fun.
I like in the first 15 minutes they have an end credits sequence, and all of it is created by Harold and George, produced by Harold and George.
Yeah, so it was fun. Yeah, okay, and I'm still not a big fan of Kevin Hart as a voice actor. I mean, he's okay in this movie, but it's again, I don't buy him as a voice actor.
Well, I think it's also like Thomas Newlditch has like a long history of voice acting, so when you put the two together,
well, yeah, and then you're going up against Ed Helms, who has he ever done voice acting work? Because if he's not, he's pretty good.
I'm sure he's done something,
but he's so talented. I mean, that guy can sing and do all the stuff that I think is required for being a voice actor. And not that Kevin Hart's horrible in it, but he does stand out big time.
He's playing like a third grader, and he sounds like an adult.
Yeah.
Right?
So he sticks out more because I guess he's surrounded by so many great people. But I still had fun with that movie. I mean, I've definitely seen worse animated movies. Shrek Forever After.
The film is like ineligible for the Oscars for best animated film.
Yeah,
so, like,
but
how is it ineligible? Oh, because of all the live action stuff in it.
Yeah, because if you have any live action, you're not eligible for best. It's why the Lego movie was not nominated.
The Lego Batman movie could count.
Could be.
Yeah.
But so I mean, it's like what I'm saying is that like clearly they knew they weren't going to win any awards,
Yeah.
so they're just trying to make it as entertaining as possible for kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's fun. I mean, my little boy liked it, and that's all that matters. And the last thing I watch is my Emily Blunt-a-thon is starting to wind down. I watched Arthur Newman, which I've never seen before. Colin Firth stars with Emily Blunt, and in it, Colin Firth is this semi-pro golfer who fakes his own death, and he goes on the run, and he happens to meet Emily Blunt, who's basically a thief, and she's trying to escape too. And so it's like one of those dramedies where they find each other. And
why does he fake his death?
Because he's unhappy in his life.
Okay.
Like his son doesn't respect him. His wife left him. The movie's really boring. Have you seen it?
Right up my alley. No, I have not seen it.
No, I'm not. I don't know. It's not like the thing that always bums me out with movies like this is it's not incompetently made. It's not incompetently acted.
It's just horribly paced.
Yeah, that's a good way because I think it was only an hour and 30 minutes, and it's one of those ones where you look at the time, you're like, Jesus, it's only been 60 minutes into this movie. I mean, there is some shots of Emily Blunt's butt, which really helps.
Yeah, that's the one thing that time can be made go faster by is if you have Emily Blunt's ass.
Yeah, I mean, Colin Firth is really good in it. And I mean, Emily Blunt's good, but again, the movie's so boring that it's hard. It's hard to like it.
It's hard to care.
Exactly.
It's hard to say to yourself, "I'd watch this again."
Yeah, I mean, I might. 'Cause, I mean, the performances are good, and not just them. He has a son in it that's pretty good. Anne Heche is in it, and sometimes it's just, I don't know. I can't even. I don't know. It's like probably one of my least favorite one of her movies. It's not as bad as Gulliver Travels, but it's just not much happens in it.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, and I think that's the biggest bummer is it's made well, it's acted well, but the pacing's awful, and it's just boring. I just kept on waiting for something to happen, and the parts that were supposed to be funny, they're not that funny.
Oh, is it a comedy?
I think it's marketed as one, but
is it British?
No.
Oh, so it's not a British comedy.
No, so both
I would have been able to excuse it then.
Yeah, so both Emily Blunt and Colin Firth play Americans in it. So
wow, really?
Yeah.
Weird.
I mean, they both can pull it off.
No, I mean I'm sure they can, but
yeah,
why would you get two British actors to play two Americans?
I don't know. It's a good question.
They took our chance.
That's why I have a life-proof case on it.
We're all like anxiously watching this happen.
Do you have a life-proof case for his shirt and the table?
Well, the table will wipe up easy.
It's Zach's
his shirt.
table.
It's Zach's table. Nobody
absorb
cares.
it.
It absorbs soda like it absorbs hatred. So
not picking. I was just looking over there, and all of a sudden, this huge stream of Pepsi just spilled on his face.
Normally, I would care too, but I'm like, yeah, that's what I watched this week.
Do you have any other like Emily Blunts to watch?
Yeah, I thought I was almost done, but when I went back and I looked at the list, I mean, I have them. I have My Summer of Love, The Great Buck Howard.
Oh, I forgot about The Great Buck Howard.
And the Jane Austen Book Club. That might be it.
Okay.
I think I have 3 or 4. I'd have to double check. I could watch The Huntsman Winter War again. It's sitting on my shelf, just like wanting me to watch it. But
I'll watch that for you. I haven't seen it, so I'll watch that one for you.
Come on, Ray, do it. Watch me.
You know you want to watch it. Come on, kid.
Ryan, who are you talking to? No, nothing, honey.
You got to complete the set.
You got to finish it, gay. You've already watched Live, Die, Repeat and Looper again.
Sure, those were good movies, but
yeah.
I vaguely remember Winter's War being okay, and then it's just there. Like, it exists because Chris Hemsworth is popular. And they're like, we don't want Kristen Stewart on here.
And he had a contract with the studio to
yeah,
make 2 movies.
Exactly. But, well, I mean, I'll probably watch it again. I'll try to finish it this week. All her movies. So
actually, speaking of Chris Hemsworth, did you see that video where he's complaining about not being in the next Avengers film?
Yeah, it's
he's
great.
Knocking the action figures around.
Yeah.
Like, thanks for nothing, Russo brothers.
Wait, Thor's not going to be in Infinity War?
We're talking about Civil War.
No, Civil War.
Oh, Civil War.
Yeah, but it's like all these action figures out and stuff. It's pretty funny.
Oh, okay, I'll need to watch that video.
Oh, I guess I just remember that Chris Evans did extend his contract with Marvel.
It was like one film, though, right?
Yeah, to be in the second part of Infinity War Part 2.
That'd be weird if they recast for the second half.
Or they kill him.
Seth Rogen plays Captain America. Hey guys, how we doing?
Well, I mean, that reminds me. That's the other piece of news that came out this week, that Sony's re-releasing all of Seth Rogen's films to be family friendly. Which I don't. I don't know why they're choosing his films, because they're like.
There's a bunch of them, though.
So what? It's going to be a 5-minute Pineapple Express?
My kid keeps telling me he wants to watch Sausage Party, and I tell him, you can't watch Sausage Party. And then I had this idea. What if we stripped out all the crudeness from the movies we make?
But that means you're literally going to watch...
Well, what they're doing is they're like essentially releasing the TV edited versions. So it's like the redubbing lines.
So that's what I mean. Like I think it's called Sony Clean or something.
Something like that, yeah.
And it's stupid. But like the first
more
movie
like
on
Sony
like the
stupid.
menu is The Amazing Spider-Man. You're like, wait, what did they edit out of that?
There was a scene where
the lizard gets his chopped out. I don't know.
There was that really explicit gay sex scene between the lizard and Spider-Man.
Yeah, with his chopped off tail.
And don't forget, Emma Stone took off her shirt and just started wiggling her boobs at traffic. So.
We would have remembered that.
Yeah, weird. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Anyways, this is what's coming out on Blu-ray this week.
DVD releases and Blu-rays.
My phone. But I know John Wick 2 is coming out.
Yeah.
And a sweet steelbook is at Best Buy.
First and second.
Yeah.
It has steelbooks.
The Lego Batman movie is also coming out on 4K and Blu-ray. That's a fun movie. It's one of my favorite movies of the year.
Also steelbook at Best Buy for that one.
Do we want to pull up Digital Bits or something?
You don't want to go Digital Bits.
Okay. I'm sorry, Digital Bits.
Well, no. If Digital Bits makes their site more friendly, then go to it.
I'm not.
But they're forgetting stuff. Brad's already mentioned South Park Season 20 is also at Best Buy.
Yeah. I beat you to it. On 4K, there's also Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and Rise of the Planet of the Apes, because I think there's a Planet of the Apes movie coming out soon.
There is, the 14th.
Is there?
War for the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. Which I saw like a short clip example today, and the CGI on those apes is pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
It's almost as if Weta knows how to do monkeys.
All right.
Criterion's got They Live by Night, not to be confused with the Ben Affleck Live by Night.
What's They Live by Night?
I don't know.
It's a noir film.
Yeah, it's definitely a pulpy film.
It looks old.
I think I've heard
by Nicholas Ray, directed by Nicholas Ray. I don't know who that is.
They recently acquired a lot of Ray. He's like essentially the founder of noir. So
nice.
I don't know if there's a Scream Factory, but there's something that looks like it would be Alienator.
Oh, that is Scream
Cyborg
Factory.
Chick on it.
It's one. Those are the ones I wait till they go on sale for like $15.
What is Alienator supposed to be about?
I don't know. I think it's a canon film.
If I had to
great.
Guessing from the cover art of this half human, half cyborg. Well, cyborg implies that.
Yeah.
It looks like a cross between the Terminator and it's probably a Terminator that kills aliens. Alienator.
Nice.
Terminator mixed with aliens. So James Cameron's just meshing all of this shit together.
The complete series of Grimm comes out, as long as also the last season. Zach has his pre-order of the Vampire Diaries. I just blew that joke so bad.
If you're going to deliver it, make sure it sticks.
Look, if you're going to insult me, be an expert or get the fuck out.
I'll give you some lessons.
All right. Let's see. Cheech and Chong's next movie.
That's right. It's a Shout Select.
It's a Shout Select.
Oh, I forgot a movie I watched this week. Damn it.
Which one?
Well, wait till this, and then I'll talk about it because the movie's pretty awesome.
Okay.
Bones, the Final Chapter. I didn't realize that TV show was a book.
The show was on for 12 years.
Yeah.
I watched the first 3 seasons. I really liked it.
I have friends who liked it, but it's kind of like Castle. I know it's there, but I don't watch it.
Yeah, me too. I feel the same way about it.
For James, there's some movie called Land Shark. And there's a girl with her legs on a beach towel. They're like kicking up, and then the shark is just chewing through the beach sand.
It's like
out of control.
That
We
sounds
did
like-
watch Sand Sharks. Is that the sequel?
I don't know.
That sounds like, hey guys, remember that Land Shark sketch from the 70s SNL? What if we turned it into a legit thing?
Nice.
Oh, for past guest Glenn Burgett's, his movie The Worst Movie Ever is on here.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Looks like just DVD. So he got distribution on that one.
Good for him. He's fun. I really liked his
To Die Is Hard.
To Die Is Hard.
Yeah. I still haven't watched it. The disc is sitting on my desk. What else? That's it. That is it.
So something I missed, sorry,
Clown Panic.
that I watched this week is I watched Streets of Fire,
Oh.
which is
Okay, so-
Shout Select by Walter Hill.
Okay.
And it's called a rock and roll fairy fable or fairy tale, I forget. And it stars Diane Lane and Michael Pare. Is that how you pronounce his name?
I think so, yeah.
I think so.
Pare, because he has a little
accent
mark on it. I think it's Michael Pare. And Willem Dafoe and
Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis is like the skeeziest dude ever. And have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it at the Alamo. It's like a specialty thing.
You guys, like, we were talking about Rick Moranis on one of the past episodes, and I said, like, like, bloatedly, I'm pretty sure that Rick Moranis is a perfect guy. And they said, you asked even Streets of Fire, and I said, I don't think I've seen it. And you said that's why you still love him.
Yeah.
So
So Diane Lane is this Erin Aim. Yeah. Ellen Aim, I think is her name.
Yeah,
Her
I know her last name's Aim. Yeah,
yeah, her as this rock star, and she comes to this futuristic but 80s world, and she's putting on a concert. And Willem Dafoe is the leader of this biker gang called the Bombers, and they rush the stage and kidnap her in the middle of like her set. And then Michael Pare comes back into town. His name's Tommy Fuck. But I actually think the movie's pretty fun. It's like in a cheesy 80s thing. Do you not like it?
I was bored.
Yeah.
Like Rick Moranis is trying to play this tough guy, but he looks like Rick Moranis. And then by the end, like he's totally okay with, yeah, go ahead, take my girl.
Well, they have that scene where they're kissing in the rain. I really liked it. It's so
I'll have to watch this sometime.
It is. I'll have to let you borrow it. And well, the Shout Select is pretty sweet. It has a 2-hour making of on it, and they also include like an 1:15 vintage making of it. A couple more interviews. Shout Select's a really cool. I mean, it's basically the cult film version of Scream Factory.
Yeah, it's their
same company.
Yeah, it's like their Criterion thing.
Yeah, I mean, I really liked it. I had fun watching it. Willem Dafoe's fun in it. His outfit cracks me up. It's like these black vinyl like overalls that come up to like his nipples on his chest.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun.
Who did the Warriors?
Him, Walter Hill.
Walter Hill?
Yeah.
Come out and play.
They seem very similar.
Yeah.
That's why I was able to remember that.
Yeah. Bunch of people fighting. I think it'd benefit more if it was rated R, but it's rated PG.
Yeah, what happens? Like the kidnapper, and this is like a road movie about trying to get back to the city.
Yeah, well, they kidnap her, and then they go and rescue her, and there's people fighting and shooting motorcycles, and then they have this at the end. Remember, Willem Dafoe shows up, and he's like, the police look at Michael Pare, and he goes out and says, "I'm gonna fight him," and they go out and fight, just punch each other, and then they drag him off at the end. Like, not like Lethal Weapon, but close. Yeah, I had fun with it.
Cool.
That's really well done, the Shout Select. This week on Real Nerds Podcast, we saw The Mummy. Zach, should people see The Mummy?
You know, I don't know. Like, I usually I can tell you yes or no. This one, I was like, there are so many things going on at once that, on one hand, yeah, if you want to like escape your head for 2 hours, go right ahead. But I didn't really think it was that good, so I don't know. I'm kind of torn.
Brad?
I'm not torn. I'm going to say no. This movie just so much feels like the Universal exec said, like, okay, we need our MCU. How do we make that? What do we got? What do we got in the can? And so they went to Comic-Con. They made a list of like every nerd culture thing that they should be hip to, and they tried to cram it all into this movie. And
it's a mess.
I was bored.
Only they had fidget spinners in it, then it would have been better.
It's all over the place. Tom Cruise is fine, but he seems like he's in a different movie than the rest of the. Russell Crowe feels like he's in another movie. The special effects are kind of surprisingly weak in some places, and nothing really happens. Like, it's all set up for Tom Cruise's character for the next movie. It's bafflingly disjointed.
Henry?
This is an amazing film. No. I think it has its strengths, but it has far more weaknesses. I'm going to say no, go see Wonder Woman for the third time.
Yeah, this one, I'm like with Zach. There's parts where I think like the horror works really well as a gothic horror film.
Yeah.
But then you have Russell Crowe, and you're like, so they're trying to build a universe, but the problem is, I also think the payoff is, are they pitching the next movie? Because they have no like clear direction on what movie is going to be next.
Yeah,
I mean, we know that Bill Condon's doing Bride of Frankenstein, but there's no.
They didn't hint that at all.
No, I was towards the end. I was like, oh, maybe his. Well, we'll wait till we get the spoilers.
Yeah.
I don't have any. So yeah, it's
So you want
disappointing too
tacos?
because I think that there's some parts that's pretty dark, and I think it has potential to be like a great gothic horror film.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then they're like, oh wait, we need to make a universe out of this, so we're going to put Russell Crowe in here, and then not really explain the rules of the universe.
And we're gonna have
We'll
some.
get into it.
We're gonna have some sometimes just disjointed action sequences.
Yeah, here's a trailer for The Mummy.
You have no idea what you have unleashed. What the hell?
How did you get out of that plane? There's not a single scratch on your body.
You are alive because you were cursed.
Cursed? By what?
The ultimate evil. Welcome to a new world of gods and monsters.
You saw that, right?
She did something to me.
The very essence of evil calls to you now.
Karanik, kick her ass! I'm scared.
It takes a monster to defeat a monster.
Oh, that's my face! That's my face! Run!
So like, this is why I can't decide, because like I was talking to a writing partner of mine about The Mummy, and he made a good point, which is like, deep down I want this universe to work somehow, because I love the Universal monster movies and I really want that to come back in vogue. But I also came to the realization after walking out of this movie that maybe they don't deserve to be in vogue anymore.
No, it's so here's the I mean I had fun watching the movie, but if they would have focused on Tom Cruise and his character and his arc, I think it would have worked. But you're cramming in Russell Crowe, and two, they also have lots of exposition through voiceover to tell you what's happening, so they can set up what's going to happen later.
Not just voiceover. Jake Johnson.
Yeah,
it's the goofiest fucking part of the movie.
That actually reminds me a lot of American Werewolf in London, which I'm okay with. But yeah, but then it's like, oh, go this way. I mean, I liked Tom Cruise fighting zombies. I think it was fun, and then I thought some of the action scenes were really cool. I thought it was darker than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I think it's pretty violent for a PG-13 movie.
Yeah, it was a lot scarier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, and
they pull off some horror that I think really well.
Yeah, and that's what actually cracks me up is I watch this and I go, if Tom Cruise wasn't in this movie, would this be rated PG-13? I don't know.
There's that scene where Jake Johnson like straight up stabs that guy, and it's not like too intimate. But you see blood on that knife.
Oh, yeah.
He just flat out sticks it in him, pulls it out, and there's no real music going underneath it.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting scene. And then there's also like obviously the implication in the origin story is that the mummy, the girl who become the mummy, killed not only her parents but her newborn brother.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, this is extremely dark.
Yeah, and I think the idea is I like the idea of a female mummy.
The mummies in this film acted essentially as zombies.
Yeah,
so
and it's an interesting take because while I think Jack Pierce's zombie makeup is mummy makeup is really good in the 32 Mummy, that movie is not scary at all.
No, it's Dracula but with bandages.
Yeah.
Daddy, I need some help.
You're gonna have to beat that part of Mario by yourself, buddy.
I need your help.
Okay, but yeah, so like the Russell Crowe stuff is one. I don't think his payoff for Mr. Hyde was that cool.
The payoff for Mr. Hyde was the most disappointing thing of this entire film.
Like, oh, his skin's a little more tainted and he has
a
green
Cockney
eyes.
accent now.
Yeah,
and this is like another hang up that I have. Like, okay, so you just talked about Jack Pierce's makeup. Guess what's missing in this movie, guys? It's what every horror movie should have: some good makeup. Everything is either done with a computer or everything is done quote unquote subtly, as like with Mr. Hyde. Mr. Hyde's eyes change. That's about it, and that's not like the old Mr. Hydes that they did from back in the 30s and 40s. They like make a genuine contribution to makeup.
Yeah,
and there was potential for it, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, because
even the movie Van Helsing does Mr. Hyde better than this movie does.
Yeah, well, that Mr. Hyde's awful, but the CG. But I like that his he gets the Cockney accent, but then the payoff for it's like I thought he's supposed to be like this monster, and all it did was here's the veins on his face.
It's because like if you look at because I thought like what they were going to do was kind of do what they did with Leave a Short Running Gentleman, where he's essentially a Hulk character.
Yeah,
like he turns into Hyde, and then he's this giant, brooding, almost gorilla-like character.
Yeah, and I mean he doesn't have to be that, but I was expecting him to be pumped up a little. You know what I mean?
That more than just
or
Russell Crowe angry.
Yeah, like scarier.
It was pretty much Russell Crowe fighting around the world to come to life.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, because with me, the film. The reason why I think it's not flat out awful is because I think it starts pretty fun. Like when they do like the whole raid and they're being attacked by ISIS, I thought that was a fun scene.
Mm-hmm.
And then it becomes laughably bad once they discover the thing. And I was laughing my ass off when they get the casket out of like the mercury. They're like, we need to take care of this really carefully. And the next shot is Tom Cruise in the helicopter, and in the background you see the casket just swinging about like on the helicopter. No one giving a shit about.
Well, to be fair, they're trying to do a quick transport.
Well, yeah,
I
but
don't think they have.
Well, it's also like, but they have things on the ground. Put it in a truck, for fuck's sake.
That's true. It could hit a sand dune pretty easily.
I will say, once they got and they introduced the Russell Crowe character, I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it had like some pretty good promise of like the universe. I will say everything after like when you see the mummy kind of tied up in that one mercury chamber. After that, it's when I thought it went downhill quickly, and I thought it's just okay for the rest of the film.
Yeah.
And so I just thought it's an okay film. I'm gonna give the Dooku another chance because, like, I mean, if like Warner Brothers it took him 3 films, Dooku, you get 3 films. Like, you have this film, you have Bride of Frankenstein, and then whatever's next.
Invisible Man.
I think it's bizarre that Bride of Frankenstein's the second one, too.
Yeah.
Because why would you have Bride and you don't have Frankenstein?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I think they may. I would say they have a reason, but after watching this movie, I don't think they. I think they're just literally picking things off of a cherry tree.
Yeah, well, I thought, too. So, spoilers at the end. So, that Jenny girl, she dies. And I was like, oh, well, maybe, you know, Dr. Jekyll's going to pick her up and she's going to be the bride of Frankenstein. And,
cool.
You know, something like that. But then I always thought that maybe it'd be cool if Tom Cruise did become like the Van Helsing character.
Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen.
Where he has to go around and take care of all these monsters. But
now he's the most evilest character in the universe, but
Yeah.
he has the power within inside himself to be somehow balance it with the good.
Yeah, but they also don't really describe what his character is. Like,
Yeah.
what is he?
Yeah,
because like
he's
it's
just some
like,
womanizer.
Yeah.
It seems like in the beginning I thought like, oh, you're like a thief.
Yeah.
Like you raid like and sell artifacts to the black market. But then he's also working for the government for some reason. And I don't understand who he is.
Which, by the way, like I love that his character wasn't like a very like redeemable guy per se, but it was strange that in the first 15 minutes Tom Cruise is explained away as like the shittiest human being ever in this movie. Like the only thing that would have made him worse is if he somehow raped somebody.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, I didn't think he was an awful person.
Yeah.
I think he's just like he's stealing.
I'm
like,
not.
stuff,
I'm not
but-
saying he is. I'm just saying like the people around him are setting him up to be a complete and utter douchebag.
I guess, but I mean, like,
but see, that's what sucks is the movie had potential. I think if they just would have stayed straight with like the mummy and didn't build this world, because it also seems that the part with her in the chamber is so inconsequential. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And his fight with Russell Crowe doesn't matter.
Yeah. So he has the serum to make him not be Mr. Hyde, but
Yeah.
does he change, like, if he didn't have that, does he just change like every 20 minutes and then like come out of it at some point? Because he's built an entire room to protect the world from himself. And then when he's meeting with people, he has his serum not quite at the ready. Like, he has to store it in a case when it should just be out all the time.
Which I guess, like, if this is his like situation he's in, he would have like a really good. If he's made a room that locks down, he'd have it better than just like essentially a revolving shot thing that he has to fill up every single. 20 minutes.
And like if he comes out of it by himself, if there weren't people around, and he, became Mr. Hyde and then just snapped out of it later, like, does he really need the serum? Like, he could just tell everyone to, like, hey, leave the room, lock the room, and then like wait half an hour. Like, I just don't understand, because I heard Mr. Hyde's, like, in the book is that he gets addicted to something like that, and that's what makes him change. But in this movie, it's like experiment went wrong and he regrets it, but he has to live with it. But there's no like clear delineation of like how his power.
Well, his character's not really
activates.
fleshed out. It's
like
an extended cameo.
It feels almost as though like they're making him out to be like the Nick Fury of like the Duke.
Oh yeah,
But it's like he's the most worthless character if every 20 minutes he has to give himself a shot.
Yeah, and the Prodigium is the shield.
Yeah.
And so, but also too, I mean, that's what I mean. They don't really set up like the next movie. I mean, you saw a skull of a vampire. You saw the creature's arm. You saw the book from the '99 Mummy,
which makes me feel like they're going to try to bring Brendan Fraser back into this mess.
But
you see Hillman too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you see enough of things where you're like, okay, this, okay, buddy, and
did he say Goldar?
That's what I mean. It doesn't set up the next movie. Like, what is the next movie?
It presents a bunch of ideas that they're thinking maybe we'll just pay all these off later down the line.
And is his sidekick like actually back to life like the woman, or is he still a vision in Tom Cruise's head?
That's a good point, because I assumed that he was back because he has that power now.
That was,
I don't know.
Also,
that was
so unclear.
That was the worst line of the year. Hey, buddy, thanks for bringing me back to life.
I know, it's like, did we miss a scene?
Well, yeah, it does feel disjointed, so there has to be scenes missing.
Yeah, his face is all fixed, so I guess he's revived, right?
Yeah. I mean, he said he was.
But yeah, I just assume that it's the next adventures of Set.
Yeah, but I mean, it's cool. I mean, I think the lady who played the mummy, I thought she was pretty scary, and she was like a cool mummy.
She's effective.
Yeah, she's effective.
I want to see her in other movies.
You know, when Tom Cruise is getting the shit kicked out of him from it. I mean, I like that stuff, but it. When I was thinking about it, it's so close to being like a cool gothic horror movie. But then they're like, oh wait, we need to put in this universe building stuff. Obviously, they're selling it because they go from the Universal logo to the Dark Universe logo.
Oh god, that was a mistake in my opinion.
Because it's.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I don't mind it, and I want to see more of these.
No, yeah.
But too, so now we have to wait till 2019 for Bride.
Wait, really? That's how long it's
going to be? Yeah. But then there's another, so I'm guessing Invisible Man comes out in 2019 as well. Which I think the Invisible Man's actually my favorite Universal monster movie.
Right, but I don't know who they got to direct it. We only know who's going to be in it, and which I'm not opposed to the casting, but I want them to get a decent director behind it.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm interested to see it.
So it's like they have Tom Cruise. I'm trying to think of that photo that they released of everyone.
Javier Bardem is Frankenstein.
He's Johnny Depp is Invisible Man. Who else did they have?
That's it.
That's it. Okay.
They're trying to get Angelina Jolie to play the bride.
Well, they announced like this weekend that they're like, we want to get Angelina Jolie, Michael Fassbender, Jennifer Lawrence. It's like you're just listing the highest grossing people. Like, I understand why you want those people.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, I'll see him because I love monster movies, but I
want them to have more atmosphere, like this whole like action adventure.
That's what I mean. It's it's
big budget. Thing.
It's confused with what it is
because they were trying to also stick to what made those Brendan Fraser mummies work.
Yeah, it should,
but like not enough.
No, I think they're. It seems like they're trying to get away from that because like those still had like a very strong feel of like a classic.
That's what I mean. I think that's why
and this just seems so like modern. And like at some point, you got to make a modern version of it to attract new audiences. But it's just like it's just so there's so much. Like I said, it's like someone said like, oh, The Walking Dead's really popular right now. What do we have? Oh, we got The Mummy. Oh, we could do zombies with that, right? And then they just do it.
Yeah, I mean, there's some fun parts in it. You know, like when Tom Cruise is breaking up like zombies, he's like, ugh. Like, I like that part. I like when it's like gothic horror.
When she has him pinned down like in the cathedral or whatever, and she's like ready to stab him, and then like she just punches that statue, and the dagger just happens to be buried in that statue. Like they never, like I thought there was like with some museum guy separate from the, like it was just like the most laughable. Like
well,
good
they
thing that
did
statue's
have a
there.
throwaway line where she purposely crashed there because she knew that that's where the dagger was.
But in the statue,
yeah.
It's just so lazy.
Yeah.
Like so convenient.
It's like I don't know. It's like it's just the problem I have with the film was that it just so much wasted potential. That,
Yeah, that and I hate the PG-13 where they purposely blur out like butts and like boobs and stuff, and it's like so obnoxiously CG.
Actually, that one part where she like in the prologue and she like falls forward when she's transforming.
Oh
like,
yeah,
I was like, this is PG-13.
Oh yeah, I was like,
that's what I mean. Like,
that's pretty
I
racy.
think if Tom Cruise wasn't in it, there's no way it'd be PG-13.
Yeah,
no way.
I mean, if they made, I mean, I don't know how profitable, but if they made like a rated R like MCU type thing with these kind of films, that'd be cool. I think.
Oh, that's funny. They tried to do that in 2010 and it didn't work.
Emily Blunt. I think the Wolfman's
The Wolfman
good.
is great. It's just that, but like as I was talking to Bueno about this, like when we were driving home from the movie, I was like, the problem is like number one, it's rated R, so you're not gonna get the money you want per se for these films, like in terms of box office gross. But number two is that the Wolfman is its own thing. It acts as its own thing. It doesn't really lend itself to shared universe per se, unless you maybe did a post-credit sequence like Iron Man did. But maybe that's what this needs, is that maybe we don't need an MCU type thing. Maybe they make it like Masterpiece Theater, where you take an established director, an established star, and like Shakespeare this shit, where you just present a reinterpretation of the classic monsters. Technically, it's the remake territory, but again, like, you're pretty much doing that anyway.
The only
you can do a shared universe. I just don't think it needs to be like a universe that grosses like $1 billion.
No, I agree. I think, and I was thinking that too when I was leaving. It says they should make these movies smaller and release them like in October or something.
Yeah.
You know,
when there's nothing to go up against.
I'm not I think that the movie's fine, but it doesn't lend itself to what it's trying to accomplish. If they made a more atmospheric like Mummy movie, and I think that's where the 99 movie actually hurts this one. Is that one everybody likes, and it's this kind of action-adventure movie. And then they try to take the gothic horror of the 1930s one, combine the two, put Tom Cruise in it, like, well, we got the biggest star in the world. Let's put $130 million into this movie. We got to have the big set pieces, where I thought it was more effective when they're running around the moors and she's, you know, sucking souls out of people, and... You know, it's just more when it's smaller. I thought it worked a lot better.
Yeah, like the plane crash is just like, okay, we kind of saw that with Rogue Nation, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then there's like the next big thing is with the van chase through the woods.
Yeah.
It's just like a bunch of rolling over. Like,
yeah, no, there was an interesting story that I did get out of this, and I actually agree. Is Tom Cruise's character was supposed to like at the end was supposed to make out with that Jenny character, but he changed it at the last second, where he's like, I don't think I should kiss you. Because it's not right for my character. And I'm like, okay, I get that. I get that part. And I think that actually worked for it. But then, you know, he has that weird, like, you taught me to be good kind of I'm in the shadows thing. And is he even, Tom Cruise even confirmed for, like, the other movies? I don't know. I don't think he is.
I mean, I would imagine he is.
I mean, he has to be, because I guess he's going to be the Robert Downey Jr. of the Dark Universe.
Like that's what they're trying to make him be, so...
And that's fine. I mean, he's a good enough actor, and
like, I mean, if you read like about him on set, people are like, "Yeah, he's super into it." So,
oh yeah, no,
he's into everything. So
yeah, no, he's badass. His new movie looks awesome. You see the trailer for that?
Oh, American Made.
Yes,
I'm really excited for that.
That one looks fun.
I mean, it's just
what's like that old movie? Oh, is that War Dogs?
Well, there's one film a year that's
yeah.
like this Wall Street Pain and Gain.
Movie about like glamorizes douchebag, real life.
Always
people.
in my top 20. But it's just I don't know. I'm gonna see the rest of them because I think
I am too. I mean, I love the monsters.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll go to the monsters regardless of
that. No.
Revolution.
The movie's good enough where I'm interested.
Yeah, I mean that's the best takeaway that I can get from this is like, well, I guess I want to see where But at the same time, I'm like, I'm glad that this is where I am glad that we are getting a gap in time between the two, between this and Bride and Frankenstein, because they can kind of like, this is the litmus test, and then we can go back and
Well, they also said like they're going
not
to
reshuffle, but like reorganize and figure out what they want to have paid off from this one.
Well, they did announce. I think I don't know if it was like last night or this morning, but they did say like we are changing things now because we want to make sure we're giving fans what they want. So they said they're listening to what the feedback is, and they're adjusting what the Dooku is to fit what people want.
And I think everything we're saying is what most people have been saying. Where like the first 2/3 you're having fun, and then it kind of comes unraveled on itself when Mr. Hyde shows up.
Yeah,
that's not necessary.
It's also like part of me is just like, I have no idea where they're going.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, you can shit on, like, the DC cinematic universe, but at least, like, Justice League is the end game. Like, we know that's where we're going. Whereas this film, I don't know what their Avengers is going to be.
Monster Rally.
Well,
Like-
if they remake the Monster Squad at the end, then I'm all on board.
Well, I mean, I don't think it'll be that, but remember, like, we did get House of Frankenstein.
Well, I'm guessing it's going to be House of Dracula or something.
Yeah, something like that, where you have all of them in there. But gosh, it's weird. Those films were pretty much the pre-Avengers of their day.
Oh, yeah.
But they don't even work. Like, you watch House of Frankenstein and Ghost of Frankenstein, they're not great films. Like, they're an excuse to watch the monsters, which is fine. Which is totally fine. Like, as a kid, you're like, I just want to see monsters. I don't care about the plot.
I know, I'm always torn. So the Blu-rays for the Universal Monsters, the individual releases are the old posters, and they're beautiful. And I did get the Mummy one because it has, or just the re-release where it's like the collection because it has all 7 Mummy movies on it.
Yeah.
And so the only one I own is the Mummy, and then it has the other 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Where like Dracula and Frankenstein and Wolfman, what they've released, I already like they overlap so much. I was like, do I even want to get any of these? I don't know.
Well, I mean, like, if you're a completist, yes. I mean, like, your best bet in all of in that buying scheme is to just get the top 8, which they put as the Universal Monster Classics.
No, I have all those.
Like, but you know the box that I'm talking about, where it's just the 8 main ones.
No,
It
I have
doesn't-
them all.
Yeah, it doesn't include the sequels though. There's a big box set of that.
And I don't have the box. I have the individual releases of them.
Right. No, I know what yeah, but if you're like the major collector and whatnot, like you're not even getting the Blu-rays of these. You're getting the 30 film DVD box set that's like $200 on Amazon that has all the sequels, all the spin-offs, and the 2 Abbott and Costello movies that they own the rights to. You know, like the monster property was the MCU of its day, even though it didn't even like there was no intention of that. Like from a writer's standpoint, they were just like, we have the rights to this. Let's make money.
Yep.
So what's Prodigium's goal anyway? Just find monsters to fight monsters?
No, they're trying to eliminate the monsters
by summoning monsters that can fight them.
Well,
because Russell Crowe's like, you should let him invade your body so that we can control set. Because I believe in you.
I think what they were trying to do with, I mean, as far as I could understand, was that they're going to let him go in, and then they were going to kill him. And then they were going to like use his blood as like a serum.
Yeah.
So like he was going to die, and then they were going to he was going to sacrifice himself to become a medicine essentially.
Yeah.
So.
But
Yep. I'll have to watch it again.
Yeah. Most of what I'm saying is like,
that's
what is the goal of like
like
the whole franchise?
And it's also like if like your goal if this like universe is S.H.I.E.L.D., their goal is to eliminate monsters, you're eliminating the franchise.
Yeah.
So that's never going to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll see.
We get your goal is to make monster movies, but like Avengers is like we got to stop Thanos at some point. Like that's how everything. This is just like I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's also like there's not as many Universal monsters as there are Marvel heroes and DC characters.
I know.
It's like eventually we'll get into like it's the cat person, and so it's like what are we gonna do?
Oh God, if they remake Cat People, that's RKO, but still like
I think it's considered one of the. It's like I looked it up, like they have like hundreds of Universal monster characters.
Because they're all in public domain.
Yeah,
so
it's like you could use them, but some of them are like one of them's like it's the Ape Man, and it's like
let's stop doing it then. Next week we're seeing Cars 3.
What is that a movie that's coming out?
That's the only one that's coming out.
I'm just like,
Or we can see Rough Night,
or we could do a film explosion.
We do a film explosion.
No, I want to see. I'm just saying, like, for a movie that's like a big tentpole Pixar movie, I've seen very little like marketing for it. Like,
because you don't watch Disney.
I think it's also just because like they're like, it's Cars. We're gonna make money. We don't need to advertise.
Yeah, I mean, we can see Cars, or we can do a film explosion. Doesn't matter to me.
No, let's see Cars. We just did a film explosion like 3 weeks ago. So.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago?
4 weeks ago?
I want to say that. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, this summer's really busy, so I don't know, like, when the next opportunity we're going to have to do a film explosion is.
Well, I mean, we have 3 to get through, but...
Yeah, and 87's a great year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
87's a great year. 97's a great year.
But Cars...
Well, 97 is when the best movie of all time came out, so...
What's after Cars? Oh, Baby Driver.
Baby Driver, then Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and then Transformers.
I'm sure, like, August, September will have a lot of lulls for film explosions.
I'm looking to see, like, when...
We could see it comes at night.
Yeah, we can see it comes at night.
That's probably going to be one that, like, we all see at different weeks until, like, we've all seen it, so...
collect them all the showtimes.
It's also the week after... Baby Driver comes out in, like, 2 weeks. Next week after Cars 2 is Transformers.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's Transformers. What's... Yeah, right.
And then after that, it's Baby Driver. Then it looks like the one after Baby Driver is pretty empty. Because that's the Beguiled, and I don't know if we want to see the Beguiled.
Beguiled.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's Despicable Me 3. That's the big one.
Well,
then,
we know at least one of us won't be seeing it, so...
I could do a film explosion that week.
Because then we have Spider-Man the next week, so...
Yeah. Okay.
Then Apes. Then Dunkirk. Yeah, we'll be... And then we're into August. That's when we're going to have
Then we have Apes at Dunkirk.
Yeah.
So it's Dunkirk, but with monkeys.
Yes.
So yeah, Despicable Me 3. Sorry.
Speaking of, we should tell people that they should come see us June 30th, 4:30 p.m.
So that's affirmative?
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I haven't seen the list because they put out the panels for Friday and we're not on it.
They put out the list?
Yeah, we got an email about it.
I didn't get one.
I guess you don't read the Real Nerds emails.
I read a thing that said the schedule doesn't come out till the week before.
Oh, maybe it's just the major panels that they put up.
Yeah, like the celebrity ones.
Yeah.
No,
But Ryan is a celebrity, so
that's what I mean.
But yeah, we're going to be doing a live podcast.
Yeah, we'll figure out what we're going to do on it. It should be fun.
I don't think we're going to be able to see Baby Driver, so we'll probably have to like do Transformers or pick a Denver movie or something.
Yeah, we'll have to figure something out. I'm not sure yet. Till next week.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Francisco signing out.
Oh, thanks to Zach's parents for letting us use the space today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the pizza.
Yeah.
And a dinosaur cup, I guess.
You get everything when you come to my house.